Join me today as I take you through my experience of buying a Belgian Malinois, a decision that led to one of the craziest, scariest moments of my life, and ultimately made me question everything. There was excitement, anticipation, and yes, even regret when my new dog attacked me in a way I never expected. Let me take you through the highs and lows of owning one of the most challenging dog breeds out there. Bringing a Belgian Malinois into my home wasn't a spur-of-the-moment decision. I had done my research, watched countless videos, and read plenty of articles about their intelligence, loyalty, and incredible work ethic. They were described as the ultimate dog for active people who could meet their physical and mental needs. But no amount of research can truly prepare you for the reality of living with a Malinois, especially if you're not fully prepared for the challenges they bring. In hindsight, I can see how I was blinded by the thrill of getting a new furry friend and overlooked the heavy responsibilities that come with this breed. Initially, it was all bliss. My Belgian Malinois puppy was adorable, curious, and full of energy. We spent hours together bonding, and I couldn't wait to start training. But very quickly, the excitement wore off as I realized the enormity of what I had taken on. The training process wasn't just difficult, it was overwhelming. I had imagined teaching him fun tricks and going on long walks together. But instead, I was faced with stubbornness, constant energy, and aggression that I wasn't equipped to handle. The sheer intensity of the breed caught me off guard, and it felt like my dog was always one step ahead of me, challenging me at every turn. One of the most difficult things I had to deal with was the Malinois' strong protective instincts. While I knew this was a breed built for protection work, I wasn't expecting the level of aggression that came with it. My dog was on high alert all the time, barking at neighbors, passers-by, and even family members. One particular incident is burned into my memory. A jogger was passing by our house, and in a split second, my dog lunged at him. Fortunately, I was able to grab the leash before any harm was done, but it shook me to my core. It was a sobering reminder of the power and unpredictability of the breed I had chosen. As days turned into weeks, things started spiraling out of control. My dog's energy never seemed to run out, no matter how much exercise or playtime we had. And because I wasn't able to keep up with his needs, his behavior began to worsen. The boundary testing became more intense, and the trust I thought we had built started to erode. I found myself becoming anxious, constantly on edge, wondering when the next outburst would occur. I started second-guessing my abilities as a dog owner, questioning whether I had made a terrible mistake. What I hadn't realized at the time was that I was dealing with a breed that required more than just love and basic obedience training. Malinois dogs need structure, mental stimulation, and an experienced handler. The signs were there, but I ignored them. I wasn't just dealing with an ordinary dog. I had taken on a highly driven, intelligent working dog that needed direction and discipline, not just affection. The breaking point came one evening in the backyard. My Malinois and I were playing as usual when suddenly, without warning, he turned on me. It was a terrifying moment that felt like it stretched on forever, even though it was over in seconds. I had read about how these dogs could become aggressive without proper leadership, but experiencing it firsthand was another story entirely. I don't want to go into all the details, but that incident left me physically unharmed but emotionally shaken. It was the moment I realized I was in over my head, and I needed to make some hard decisions. Reflecting back, I see now that I had underestimated the Belgian Malinois, and I wasn't equipped with the knowledge or experience needed to handle such a complex breed. I had taken on a dog whose needs far exceeded what I could provide, and in doing so, I had put both of us in a difficult and potentially dangerous situation. It was a harsh lesson, but one that I needed to learn. I realized that owning a Belgian Malinois wasn't about simply having a pet. It was about becoming a leader, a trainer, and a consistent, confident presence in my dog's life. As time went on, I sought help from professional trainers and behaviorists who specialized in working dogs. They helped me understand the breed more deeply, and I began to realize how much I had been lacking in my approach. I was lucky enough to get the guidance I needed, and over time, I was able to make strides with my dog's behavior. However, it wasn't easy, and the journey was filled with ups and downs. There were days I thought I was making progress, only for another setback to occur. The emotional toll was heavy, and I had to seriously consider whether this breed was the right fit for my lifestyle. I've come to understand that owning a Belgian Malinois isn't for the faint of heart. This breed demands dedication, training, and constant attention. You can't slack off or get lazy. These dogs need direction and purpose. They're not just pets. They're working dogs that thrive on having a job to do. Without that, they can easily develop behavioral issues, like the ones I encountered. If you're not prepared to meet their high standards, they will quickly take control of the situation, as mine did. However, it's not all bad. The bond I was able to form with my dog, despite all the challenges, was something truly special. Through the adversity, we developed a level of trust and connection that is hard to describe. I started to see the loyal, loving side of the Belgian Malinois that people rave about. But this came only after I had put in the time, effort, and energy to meet his needs and become a confident leader. In the end, I'm grateful for the experience, even though it didn't turn out as I had originally envisioned. It forced me to grow, learn, and reflect on what it means to be a responsible dog owner. If you're considering getting a Belgian Malinois, my advice is simple. Do your research, be honest with yourself about whether you can meet the breed's needs, and be prepared for a lot of hard work. But if you can rise to the challenge, the rewards can be immense. Before you make any decisions, take a moment to really reflect on your lifestyle, your ability to provide the structure and exercise this breed needs, and your own emotional readiness. A Belgian Malinois can be the perfect companion, but only if you are the right fit for them. It's not just about the dog being ready for you, it's about you being ready for the dog. One of the most eye-opening experiences I had with my Belgian Malinois was realizing just how much mental stimulation these dogs need. It's not enough to take them for a run or play fetch for a few minutes. This breed craves intellectual challenges. I quickly found out that if my dog wasn't mentally engaged, he would create his own games, which often meant destructive behavior around the house. I remember coming home one day to find that he had figured out how to open the pantry door and had torn apart everything in sight. It was a frustrating experience, but it made me realize how important it is to keep his mind as busy as his body. Puzzle toys, advanced training exercises, and agility work became daily necessities just to keep him calm and balanced. Without those, his pent-up energy would spill over into unwanted behaviors that left me feeling overwhelmed. Another critical lesson I learned was the importance of early and consistent socialization. Belgian Malinois are known for their strong guarding instincts, and while this can be a great trait in certain environments, it can also lead to problems if not managed properly. In my case, I realized too late that my dog's aggression towards strangers and other animals was a direct result of not exposing him to enough different situations early on. By the time I tried to correct this, his protective instincts had already kicked into high gear. Every new person or dog was seen as a potential threat, which made walks and public outings a stressful ordeal. I wish I had known then how crucial it is to start socialization from a young age, carefully introducing the dog to a variety of people, places, and experiences to help them feel more secure and less reactive. It was another tough lesson in understanding the unique demands of this powerful breed. In conclusion, owning a Belgian Malinois is a life-changing commitment. They are high-maintenance, high-energy, and highly intelligent dogs that require more than just basic care. This breed demands your time, your patience, and your emotional resilience. If you're ready for that, a Belgian Malinois can become a loyal, loving companion that will challenge you, protect you, and grow with you. But don't go into it lightly. This breed will test your limits and push you in ways you never expected. If you're up for the challenge, the bond you'll build with your Malinois will be like no other. But it comes with responsibility. So think carefully, plan accordingly, and make sure you're fully prepared for the journey ahead. If you're ready, the Belgian Malinois will reward you with a bond that's truly one of a kind.